There's the beat.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to Movie Talks and Chill. We are your hosts. I am Tony Serrato.
I am Gavin Butts.
I'm Patrick Wall.
And in this episode, we've been doing this. We're almost at the end of our fourth year.
Mm-hmm. A couple more weeks.
Yeah, a couple more weeks. And in almost 4 whole years, even though we've talked about
probably all of his movies.
Yeah, we've referenced them in different sorts of talking about actors and genres and stuff, but we've never talked directly about the director, Mr. Steven Spielberg.
Yes,
That's correct.
Who is usually referenced when most people say about being a director. They always say, are you going to be the next Spielberg? Mm-hmm. Or he's going to be the next Spielberg. So why do you think that is?
I don't know if they ask, are you going to be the next?
Yeah. Hey, it's the next Spielberg over here.
Yeah. Self-proclaimed.
Yes. I'm going to be the next Spielberg. I don't think you are.
Sir, you work at Wendy's.
You made a movie called Bikini Babes and fighting the barbarian dinosaurs.
You were involved with Piranha 3D.
Yeah. Being an EP on Girls Gone Wild.
Which actually is ironic because Richard Dreyfuss played in the beginning of one of the Piranha movies, the newer ones. Mm-hmm. And Richard Dreyfuss was in Jaws as Hooper.
Yep.
That was directed by Steven Spielberg.
Hooper.
So a couple quick things. First of all, I mean, everybody knows who Steven Spielberg is. If you don't, I feel bad for you.
If you don't, you're watching this show.
Yeah. We can give you a lot of good films to watch. But him doing Jaws in 1975 is actually, when Jaws came out, that's where the term summer blockbuster came from.
I would believe that.
Because it came out, obviously, in the summer, but it was the first,
big.
Everybody went to see it. It blew up, so that's actually, it was a blockbuster hit. So
figuratively and literally, because Bruce couldn't work to save its damn life.
Yes, Bruce the Shark.
And it was actually based on a true story from, I think it was like the 40s era in New York.
Oh, really?
Like there was a summer that a great white terrorized the shores and killed, I think, like 3 people.
Damn.
Didn't have his own theme music, but
which, to be fair, has got to be very impressive for the shark because they usually only live off the coast of like New Zealand and Australia. So it went around South America all the way up to New York.
I mean, we've had some great whites around here, and we've had some along the East Coast, but it's actually
it's a little
funny
too warm for him here, though.
Speaking of Jaws, so that
now they have
meme
the
that came
Panama
up the
Canal.
other day on Facebook or whatever, and it was the meme, and it says, "I don't understand why there's so many shark attacks. Doesn't anybody else hear the music?"
Damn it. 2 tones. That's all it was.
That's right.
Just 2 tones and sets a villain.
But as in true fashion, so we'll start off. What is your favorite Steven Spielberg movie?
Okay, so I'm torn between 2. So he directed a really good movie that I really enjoy from my childhood, and that was Hook in 1991. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen it, it's a retelling of Peter Pan. It's amazing, stars Robin Williams. It's genuinely a work of art. But as a writer, I do know that he was co-writer for The Goonies. And that movie just kicks ass. It inspired National Treasure.
Do the truffle shuffle.
Yeah.
I don't, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go with both. As a writer, The Goonies, and as a director, Hook.
Both.
I'm going with both, man.
I like it.
I'm not making a choice.
You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah,
there is no lesser evil. They're both works of art.
You cannot force me to decide.
Yeah, I'm a host, and damn it, I'm making a choice. So as a writer, I'm going with The Goonies. As director, I'm going with Hook.
Okay.
If you haven't seen those movies, once again, like Tony said earlier, I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
Those are great movies.
Yes.
And we can do a little bit more of a deep dive later on them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Mr. Gavin?
It's got to be Jurassic Park.
I mean, solid choice.
The animations or the CGI still holds up today.
Yeah, in 1994, that was mind-boggling.
Yeah,
and today
exactly.
they're still trying to replicate it.
Exactly.
I think the closest we've come is The Sinners with Michael B. Jordan passing the cigarette between him and himself.
that's pretty good too.
Got dinosaurs, and we got passing the cigarette between the same person.
The same person.
It's like 2 of them at the same time.
Michael Keaton wished they could have done that in Multiplicity. I saw the behind the scenes, like, cut, shit, I gotta go change my outfit and put shaving cream on my tongue.
Is he okay? Yeah, we took the blade out.
Yeah.
She touched my pee-pee, Steve.
Happy.
We kind of bent rule number 1. That damn near broke the damn thing off. But Jurassic Park, yeah, I was, as any kid, I was, obsessed with dinosaurs. So the movie came out when I was 8, so I absolutely fell in love with it immediately.
Yeah, my parents...
Even with them, killing people.
Yeah. My mom was a big fan of the book by Michael Crichton, so my mom, dad, and grandma, they took me to the theaters on opening night to go see that. And I still remember seeing it in theaters. Seeing that T-Rex and Sam Neill waving the flare.
Yep.
I can still picture that in theaters.
And the lawyer taking a poop.
Hey, you gotta go.
That's true.
What about you, Mr. Tony?
It's Jaws.
Oh.
Bottom line, it's Jaws.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, it's Jaws.
It's iconic.
And
I've seen it.
Even bigger Jaws.
I mean, you can name... I mean, he had, like, a series. Well, I mean, obviously, he did E.T.
Mm-hmm.
And then Close Encounters of the Third Kind. He did all those. Another movie with Richard Dreyfuss. So you
Yep.
kind of see how the director-actor thing was always a thing, even back then. But no, I mean, you have all these movies. I mean, there's so many of them, but Jaws is like... It's a horror movie where there really isn't a villain, because you can't really say the shark's a villain. The shark's just acting on instinct.
Yeah, the shark is just being a shark.
Yeah, it's not like coming back to life with a vengeance for some, even though he keeps repeating the movies. But
Yeah. How many are there? 4?
4, and that fourth one is. Do you know the fourth one?
No.
Okay, so
I'm
do you
just
know the
confused
third
on
one?
how there's a sequel because they blow it up in the first one.
Well, obviously they're different sharks.
Yeah.
But the second one was actually not bad. The second one, not as good as the first, but it's still good. You still got Roy Scheider in there. I think it's good in different ways. The third one, Dennis Quaid, they tried to do the 3D thing at SeaWorld and stuff.
Yeah, Jaws 3D.
And you watch it now, and you can see that 3D scene of where the shark's just coming right at the...
And like the hand, the severed hand that's floating around at one point. So back then it was interesting, but then the fourth one came along.
Poor Michael Caine.
Yeah, and that's a movie he regrets doing. But the fourth one is
he technically doesn't regret it. He was like, I bought my mother with a house with that money, so
yeah,
I can't regret it too much.
But as far as like being able to show his talent and being in a
terrible.
So in the first two, they're in Amity Island, Amity Island up there. In the third one, they're at SeaWorld.
Aquatica is what they...
Or is what? No, I thought it was SeaWorld. It was actually SeaWorld there.
Okay.
Or are you talking about the town?
I thought like the place was called Aquatica. But
like legally distinct SeaWorld.
I thought it was, but
I'm pretty sure they actually use SeaWorld because they... but you might be right. I don't know. We'll have to reference that. We'll look it up. We'll get back to you. But the fourth one takes place in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And it's the
wife.
The oldest son. He's living in the Bahamas now. He's doing oceanic research, because that's what he was doing at the SeaWorld one.
It does say SeaWorld.
Okay. Because I did remember they did reference like Shamu and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But so anyway, in the fourth one, he's now, doing his oceanic, career in the Bahamas, and the mother comes down to visit him. Well, the beginning of the fourth movie is the younger brother's now a police officer in Amity Island, takes over his dad's stuff. The younger brother, not the oldest. And he's on the boat, and he's at the dock, and he's doing something near the dock, and the shark comes up and bites his arm off.
Okay.
And he bleeds out to death. And then
solid opening.
And then the mother freaks out about it, so then she goes down to see the other son, visit him in the Bahamas, get away for a bit. Well, the shark follows her. Oh. That's the storyline. The shark follows the family because it's got a vengeance out.
It's Michael Myers, the shark.
It's got radar.
Yes.
Yeah.
At that point, it is Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, and everybody else you can think of. Pinhead, Freddy Krueger. It's all of them in one. And it's such a bad movie because they literally say, I think they reference in the movie, the wife reference that it followed her. Mm-hmm. Like it's coming for her now. Yeah. It's got to finish off the Brody family.
Oh.
We killed all of their family.
That sounds weak. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was weak. It was very, very weak.
Shit's weak.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, don't want to get too much on a tangent about that. But yeah, say
I don't know if it's a tangent. It sounds like a rant.
rant, whatever. See it if to say you saw all of them. Like I was telling somebody who was asking me the other day, they just saw the first two Godfathers, and they're like, "What? How's the third one?" I'm like, "It's bad." But to say you saw the three, if you want to say you finished the trilogy, you got to watch it.
Compared to the other two, the third one is junk.
It's horrible.
But I don't know. I'm not disappointed that I saw it.
Well, I had to see it, but it's like
not as
one
much
of those
as
things.
Tony was about Superman yesterday.
Yeah, we're not even going to get into that right now. I'm still.
He's still
Coming
being
down
Tony
from
about it.
You're darn right.
You darn tootin'.
But
I paid good money to go see it.
I paid $13.90 and $8.55 for a drink.
Oh God, yeah.
So yeah, and that's just a soda, not even a good drink.
Oh, you didn't get a slushie?
No,
Oh, that's my go-to.
I know.
That's what she said. Anyway,
But Spielberg, obviously, going back to him, he's done a lot of movies. But there are some fun facts about him. Is that he was friends with Robert Zemeckis. You all know who he is.
and George Lucas.
And George Lucas. He was Robert Zemeckis, director of, most famously,
Movie
That-
that won awards. I know he's a director.
Back to the Future.
I was
we
gonna
go.
say you're going
Forrest
back
Gump.
somewhere. Has a DeLorean. Marty.
Oh, Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, no. But so anyway,
You're so
when they were doing
You are fired.
when they were doing Back to the Future, when they were pitching it, Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis. Bob Gale was the writer of the movie, and co-wrote it with Robert Zemeckis. Robert Zemeckis directed it. Originally, they weren't going to get greenlit. Like this, they had a couple studio people. They were like, "Yes, let's go ahead and do this." But Robert Zemeckis hadn't done a lot, if I remember correctly, at the time. He had done some stuff, but not a lot of big stuff. So they're like, "Hey, this is going to be a studio movie. It's a big budget, lots of special effects. It's a weird concept. Not sure if this is going to
We
fly."
booked Huey Lewis. This is basically his
Yeah.
music video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they said they needed something a little bit more to secure that people would actually go and see this movie. Well, he knew Steven Spielberg. The studio knew Steven Spielberg. And they said, if his name is on it as a producer or a name as being part of it, so if you ever go back and watch Back to the Future, the opening credits, it says, Steven Spielberg presents a Robert Zemeckis film.
Oh.
Steven Spielberg's name is the first name that comes up, even though he didn't direct it, and it was his movie. That was the stipulation, and then it got greenlit.
Oh, okay.
So to say that the man had a little bit of pull,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
back then,
Little gravitas.
Little.
Same thing with Indiana Jones.
Yep.
Like that was a George Lucas film, but it was produced by Steven Spielberg.
And directed. He did the original 3.
I like also. So there's a whole lot of Star Wars lore that's across both of those. So you have Yoda as an ET, and
Yep.
then I want to say it's the third Star Wars where there's
Revenge of the Sith. You could
when,
see the
when they're in the
ETs.
council.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, when they're in a council. Well, it might be the second or third one because
The third,
they
it's-
show the council in both of them.
Yeah, but I think it's only in
Is
the
it
third
all
one.
okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, you definitely see the ETs
they have,
in there.
they have their own. For the
They have their
Galactic
own
Council,
little
they have-
pod.
Yep. And in
part of the
Indiana
Senate.
Jones, I want to say it's the Temple of Doom. But there's where there's hieroglyphics on the wall, and two of the symbols are R2D2 and C3PO.
Oh, really?
I'm like, what? Hold on, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
And Tony learned an interesting fact about Temple of Doom a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. We already talked about
Yeah,
that,
but it still
yes,
blew your mind.
It did. It did.
Mine
I'm not
was
gonna lie.
shattered.
I know. I'm disappointed in myself for not knowing that, but whatever. I'd let that go.
I'm upset with me. Okay?
Luckily, the anger of watching Superman yesterday washed that
take-
away.
yeah,
Now I
took
have
that
something
off.
else to focus on. It's all about focusing your anger.
Yes, it is.
But he has done a lot of other movies. I mean,
Yeah.
he's done.
He's directed 57 movies and television shows.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yep.
Was huge.
He also did Band of Brothers with Tom Hanks.
Yep. Mhm.
But I don't think he directed that. I think he was just.
He was
like
probably an exec producer
Yeah.
on it. Well, what about that? The movie that came out. It's not new, but it's newer. Maybe what was it like 4 or 5 years ago? Ready Player One.
Yep.
Yeah, that had Steven Spielberg written all over it.
Yeah. Well, when they had a DeLorean in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Time machine DeLorean. It's
Exactly.
Kinda
I mean, I just like all the pop culture references that were in there. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
They say the book is better than the movie. I mean,
9
yeah.
times out of 10, that's true.
I mean, like you see the size of the damn book, and like, oh, how do we fit all of this into a 2-hour movie? Like, you gotta have. I like, and so I like jumping a little bit off topic here with Dune. If they did that different, whereas the first Dune still, holds up and is good in my opinion, but they, crammed.
That one's 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, they crammed everything into that movie, and whereas the new Dune, what they're doing is, they're kind of taking half the book and putting them in, and telling the story that way.
Is there going to be a third one? I haven't
Yes.
seen the second one yet.
Yes. Okay. Oh, second one was, dude, what the hell are you doing?
What, like I've said before, they killed off Momoa.
Oh, so if you're talking about the second new Dune,
Yeah.
so there is somebody who wants to join us to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a movie person, but he loves this movie.
No.
And he's like, when you talk about that, I want to come on the show. Ryan.
Oh, okay. Damn.
He's not a movie guy at all, but he's like, dude, Dune 2 was like the greatest movie in the world. And he's like, did you watch Dune 2 yet? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, because I haven't decided to watch it yet.
That's his Back to the Future.
Yeah. I was like, I watched Dune 2 when it came out in like the 80s.
Yeah,
I was
right.
like, I liked it then. I was like, I just haven't had time to commit.
I've seen
to
the
sit
first
down.
new one. I just haven't seen the sequel yet.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing against him. I've seen the first newer one, but
Lisa
I've
Al
seen-
Gahib.
Yeah. So anyway, he wants to be.
But I
like,
heard
You
the
didn't
second
see
one
it.
involves more sandworms.
You didn't see it, but you got the popcorn bucket, didn't you?
yeah,
Yeah, I did.
yeah, he did.
The thing's massive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Fun fact, he did direct one episode of Columbo. I'm just saying that right
Nice.
Columbo.
That's awesome.
In
man.
1971, he directed one episode of Columbo.
Imagine you're on like some like sitcom or just TV show, and they're like, Steven Spielberg is going to be directing this one. I'd be like, what?
Yeah, this
Okay.
it was just at, that's the psychiatrist. But for some reason, they have the poster for E.T. for this television show.
They want you to know Steven Spielberg directed.
Yeah.
Just put E.T. on there. Well, a serious movie that he did was very, very good back then was Schindler's List.
Yes.
I mean, you talk about, well, it's a heartbreaking movie because
Yeah.
it's about a true story or it's based off events that,
Bad
Schindler-
things
That was
during
that was
World
a
War
young
II.
Liam Neeson.
Very young
Yep.
Liam Neeson.
I think that was right after he did Darkman.
It might have been because he did Darkman pretty early
Yeah.
on. That was
I
in,
think
like,
I might have been his first
I want to say
big
Darkman maybe
feature.
came out in like 87 or something, 88 maybe. I'm not sure. Don't
Let's
give me
check it.
Yep.
But there is, while you guys are checking that, there is that scene in Schindler's List where it was at the end.
1990
And
was
he-
Darkman.
He's talking about what he could have done. He's like, the whatever he had on him, like a watch.
Oh,
Or I
yeah.
can't remember exactly. It was some trinkets and some money. He's like, this could have bought another one. Or that could have saved this person. This could have saved a life. There's something about that scene, the way he's doing it. Like, Liam Neeson, you can actually see, like, sadness. He really plays
Yeah.
sadness good or despair.
It's almost like he's a really good actor.
He has always been, but I've always seen him as, like, a really good actor in terms of,
Like Taken.
yeah, or comedy. Or just being like,
I cannot wait for the new Naked Gun.
Yes. I wasn't even there. We'll go to my body cam. Oh, I can't ruin another suit.
But when they came out with the extended trailer, bless you. Bless you.
Bless you.
excuse me.
So when they came out with the extended trailer, he's driving the car and someone just hands him a coffee. Is like he's going 60 miles an hour
Yeah.
down the road. And I love the fact that like he's eating like a hot dog from a street vendor, and he's like, huh? And then he just starts weaving.
Yep.
And then he goes to the bathroom, and then he gets back into his car and eats another one, and the same thing happens.
I do hope they do the pistachio scene. Again.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. When they're in there eating pistachios and they go to open the door and
It's
there's
just
shells
giant.
of pistachios. Oh, man.
But I love the teaser trailer. Like, what do you want, little girl? Your ass.
Yeah, he
That
stab-
one we're
he
gonna have to
stabs-
see opening weekend and then do an episode.
Yes, absolutely. He stabs the dude in the eye with the lollipop.
On that. Well, yeah, he's like slits the
Flings it.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this one. I really enjoyed this movie. Another one that's supposed to be loosely based off a true story. Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's great, isn't
It
it?
really is. It's a good con movie.
Frank! Frank!
I love when Tom Hanks he finds out who the kid is and goes to his mom. And the mom's like, well, I work part-time at the church. How can I pay you back? $2.7 million. And like her jaw just
At this
dropped.
point, it's around.
Yeah. She's like, oh, well, I don't believe my part-time job at the church will be paying for this.
No.
Hell no.
You go ahead and find him.
Yeah.
You can lock that boy up.
We're gonna need about 13 years of tithes.
It's like in National Lampoon's Vacation, the first one. He's like, just ask for the money, Eddie. He's like, what do you need, Eddie? He's like, about $52,000. And he just starts
He's
putting
like,
the money back in his wallet.
Come on, we want to help you. How much do you need?
About $52,000. No, but Catch Me If You Can. Really, really good movie.
Inspiration for the show White Collar, which is really good. But yeah, that's just a really great movie. And Leonardo DiCaprio figures out how to be a con man. He figures out how to become an airline pilot without becoming an airline pilot.
Yeah.
So he gets an expired.
Then he realizes he can't. He hates flying.
Yeah. The first time he's sitting like in the back, like holy shit.
We'll pull out. What they? I can't remember what they call that chair. The
but,
dead.
like,
oh, he's like,
the
you're
deadhead.
my deadhead today. Yeah.
Deadhead. Yeah.
Well, I love like how he figures it out. He's like, yeah, I'm doing a report for my school. Like, what do you need to be a pilot? And he's like, well, you need this thing from the FAA. And he's like, oh, can I get a copy of that? And he's like, hey, you can keep it. It's expired. So he just uses that. So he doesn't actually fly the plane. He just deadheads
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
No, I did like at the end of the movie, after he's caught and everything, and then he's working for them, and he's like, how long do I have to do this? He's like, I can't remember if he says forever or basically.
I think it's like the term of his sentence, which I think was like 20 years.
Yeah.
But he's like, he goes to disappear, and he's like, when he sees him at the airport, and he's like, I'll let you go. I'll let you fly one last time, Frank. He's like,
I know you'll be back.
Yeah, I know you'll be back.
I'll catch you again.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well, because he knew throughout the movie, he's like, that became, even though it was a rival, it was his only friend.
Yeah.
That's when he called him on Christmas.
Yep.
And
Every
he's just
Christmas.
after a while, he starts laughing. He's like, you don't have anybody to call.
Why is it we're always talking on Christmas here, Frank?
Well, I love at the very end when he starts working for the FBI, and he's like, oh, this is a forgery. And he's like, how the hell can you tell? And he's like, well, cardstock's a little bit too heavy, and if you notice these letters, the L and the K are the first two to go, and this one's perfect. This one's the forgery. He's like, yeah, you're work for me now.
Yeah. It's where he takes like the director of the, I think, like financial crimes division to get him out.
Yeah.
But I like, so my favorite scene of that is when he actually gets caught, and then he pretends that he's like an FBI agent. And so he's like the old neighbor.
Oh, when he's in that like hotel.
Yeah,
thing,
he's in the
or
hotel,
apartment
and he's
or
like,
whatever.
"Hey, that's right, yeah, Pete. Put him in the car, get him booked, and I'll meet you back at the office or whatever." He's like, "Yeah, you guys just missed him." And then it was him.
Well, I liked also too when after he actually caught him, and they're on the plane from France. Because I think it was France that he caught him.
Yeah.
When he's in that paper room
Yeah,
or
he was
whatever.
printing the check.
And he's like saying, he's like, how'd you pass the bar, Frank?
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
I
Frank,
just
come on, how'd you? And he's like, I studied.
all night.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's like, "I'll tell you if you give me that cannoli." He just eats it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, he's like, "How'd you cheat on the bar?" It's like, "I didn't. I studied for 6 weeks and I passed."
No, I thought he just studied like all night. He's just like a
No,
24-hour cram
he
session.
basically just
Probably
said
like,
he
yeah.
studied because he kept that. He's like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
How did you pass the bar? I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, well, he kind of seems smart enough
He's
with all
very
the other
smart,
stuff that he
yeah.
can do. But I also like, obviously, Christopher Walken's in that movie as the father. Mm-hmm. And there was a scene in there that, to this day, no matter how many times I watch it, I can't figure out where the dad's attitude is at. It's after he's been gone for a bit, and he comes and sees him at the restaurant, and he buys him the Cadillac. He's like, I can't accept that. He's like, the IRS will, come after me. And he's like, my son bought me a Cadillac. And then he's like, I got to go, Dad, whatever. And he said, because at first he's like, hey, we can get Mom back. And he's like, she's moved on, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, all right, he's going to leave. He's like, where are you going, Frank? He's like, where are you going? He's like, someplace exotic. But the way he's talking to him, I couldn't figure out for the life of me if he's like just curious, if he's trying to live vicariously, if he's mad at him.
I think that's
don't
kind
understand.
of. I think
where
that
he
was kind of
coming.
part of it, but also it was like he basically, so his character thought that he was getting back at the government, essentially,
Yeah.
for ruining everything that he was growing up to be or whatever.
Yeah.
that he could have had with his dad, because he got his business got shut down. He had IRS, all this stuff.
Yeah. But that's why it was like, if you really go back and watch the scene, you can't really see where
I know
where the attitude of the father, if it's pride, if it's anger.
I think he was lying to his
Jealousy.
dad too about what he was doing, so I don't think he was really angry. Because I remember when the first time he took him out to lunch, he's like, "What is this?" And it's like, "It's a chilled salad fork, Dad, because I'm an accountant and I'm bigwig."
Well, that's the
lie.
lunch I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
When he first meets back up with him, and then he hands him the keys to the Cadillac.
I thought that happened in the diner a little bit later in the movie. Okay.
But just the way he says it, he's like, well, Christopher Walken being Christopher Walken, but he's like so serious. Like, where are you going, Frank?
Where you
Where are you
going?
going next? Someplace exotic? Come on, Frank. And then
Bahamas, Tahiti.
For a split second, I almost thought maybe the FBI got to him and he was wired up and he was trying to help him to maybe get out of the IRS issues or something. So it's an interesting thing. I'll have to find out.
I don't know. I kind of feel almost like it was, a pride thing too, because he was doing it loud enough for everybody else to hear him.
Yeah.
And that, his son has made it.
Yeah.
His son is a big shot.
That's why he said
yeah.
somewhere exotic, like
Yeah.
kind of like living vicariously.
Yeah.
Good movie though.
Oh, very good movie. And another good movie that it did was the movie he directed just before that one, Minority Report.
Okay.
I like that movie.
No, there was nothing.
It gets a
I
little...
enjoyed it, but it was like, I don't know. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it gets a little bit confusing with the precognitions, especially when he kidnaps the woman. And, you should grab that umbrella. You don't know why. She figures it out. But then the way, he has to see the billboard with the guy with the sunglasses, then he has to kill that guy. And then you learn, that's not definitive. You'll be in that situation, but you can choose not to pull the trigger.
Yep.
There are parts in that movie I was like, wait, what? Rewind. I have to...
This movie needs an instruction guide.
Yes.
There are a couple of really good action scenes in that movie that I really like, especially when he has that repulsor rifle, so it doesn't kill it; it just air burst the people away. But he's just on the ground dodging punches and just cocking it with one hand and then firing it off. The way you loaded it is you had to twirl it a little bit, so he's just.
But it's that was the charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and
that and the six sticks, man.
Yeah, so there's a scene when he's fighting someone and they have stun batons and he just grabs one and shoves it into another guy's throat and then he just unloads everything's entire body onto the other cop. It's disgusting, but actually really funny.
Well,
That's most of their weapons that they used were non-lethal for for the apprehension.
But that'll definitely slow you down.
Hell yeah.
If I stuck you with that, you ain't running after me. You're probably going to the first bathroom and clean yourself up a bit. Well, the girl used that in Kick-Ass too.
Yeah.
Used
Oh
that
my
on the
God.
high school girls. That
Yes.
messed
I've never
with
seen
her.
the second one. I didn't like the first one that much.
Well, it's a good thing Steven Spielberg didn't direct it then, so we don't have to talk about it.
Patrick.
What? I think the main star is a fine actor because Bullet Train is one of my favorite movies and he plays Lemon. Or Tangerine.
He's Tangerine.
Yeah. So,
Lemon was his brother.
Yep. Fine actor, but I just couldn't get into the first one. It was
It's not for everybody.
nope. But I did want I kind of wanted to see the second one just because Jim Carrey was involved. But I heard his performance was in the movie.
Yeah, it wasn't anything
Spectacular.
Yeah.
It wasn't Sonic the Hedgehog.
No.
No, you couldn't really tell it was him. It took a little bit.
Yeah,
to
his
really...
face was kind of messed. So he was like an enforcer for the mob, and he looked like a boxer. His face was all punched up.
Yeah.
Gotcha. He
It
was
wasn't
a
his
Punisher.
true Jim Carrey form.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
like the mask or something. Well, also another one, AI, artificial
I
intelligence.
remember seeing that movie, but gun to my head, I could not tell you outside of robots becoming sentient what happens in that film.
It's Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah.
So they basically create him because they lost their son.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to be the replacement, but then the son came out of a coma or something, and they really they loved this, but the son was kind of a dick to him. Made him eat stuff and would mess up his
But doesn't Haley Joel Osment start a revolution with all the other robots?
No.
Okay.
No. So he goes out and there's a scene where he gets thrown into this pit, where that's what they do is they destroy old robots, and it's a basically kind of a fighting ring that they're going into, but he that's when he's with Jude Law.
Yeah, Gigolo Joe.
Yeah, Gigolo Joe. Yeah.
Who, if you can't figure out what his function is as a robot,
I think through context.
that's what he does. That's what he was designed for.
And so while he's in there, they're like about to drop this acid on him, and he's holding his teddy bear, and the acid hits him, and he goes, "Don't kill me, don't kill!" Like he became like he was so lifelike.
Yeah.
There had never been one like him made before.
Okay. To all the gamers out there, this sounds very similar to a game called Detroit Become Human. I highly recommend you check that game out.
Or if you ever seen
Check
the
it out.
movie Bicentennial Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would rather
Seems
watch.
a little bit like
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
I love that movie. That movie's fantastic. One of Robin Williams' best.
Go, Robin.
We done a Robin Williams episode? I think we did.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
It's because I think the only thing we talked about for like the first half hour was the golf skit from his stand-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put a ball in a gopher hole.
Do you do that one time? Do you?
Fuck no.
18 fucking times.
That's what we'll call it, a stroke.
You miss, that's all you feel like you're gonna have.
And then I put a little flag to give you some fucking hope.
Put a little flat bick and a tiny flag to give you hope. So I guess, I guess Steven Spielberg can't do anything without Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
As another really good one that he did was Bridge of Spies.
I don't think I've never seen that movie.
You would
good.
really like that. So it's essentially the first prisoner exchange that was done between two nations.
Oh, okay.
Or at least, so the big thing was it was done after World War II. They had just sealed off Germany between East and West, and so people were trying to get out of the West over to the East to leave Soviet rule. But there was also like Germany was trying to also be like it's still have its own semblance of government. After the Nazis had were basically taken out and everything, so they had it was a pilot that got shot down, and what's the actor's name that was the Soviet spy?
Oh, good question. It's been so long since I've seen
It's-
that movie. I've really watched only a couple times.
So basically, Tom Hanks' character is a lawyer, and he gets ostracized for defending a Russian spy that we caught. And they wanted, they basically have this trial. They were essentially given it as a farce, but he wants to. He's defending him because he says, well, that's what makes America different than our enemies is that we care. We do have due process. And so they appointed him as his lawyer, but they didn't expect him to actually do the case.
Yeah.
Like try. They just wanted him there to nod, smile, and this is going to
Kiss
happen.
some babies and
Do you
Yeah.
remember the character's name? Because I just pulled it up.
It's the Russian spy. I don't know.
None of these have
Old guy with
overtly
glasses.
Russian.
Oh, he
names.
was the guy in Ready Player One, the creator of the Oasis.
All right, hold on. I can figure this out.
we're gonna narrow this down.
But anyway, like,
Mark Rylance is the only character that's in both movies.
gotcha.
Wearing the same hat in both pictures.
Yeah.
It's almost like he has a profile image on IMDb.
Yeah. It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
So kind of what's cool about it is, even the Russian spy, like he doesn't, Tom Hanks comes in there. He's like, Art, did you actually do this? Are you a spy? Like, he's still like the innocent until proven guilty mentality, but he like it's the way that he talks to him and he treats him like an actual person. Whereas everybody else they hear Soviet spy, they just want blood.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he convinces them not to kill him. And then what happens I don't know how far out that the time frame is, probably a couple weeks or something. There's a new plane that the Air Force had just created and it had all these cameras on the bottom, and it was to be able to take pictures of the Soviet Union, like military bases and things like that. Well, the pilot gets shot down, and now they're interrogating him. And so this is the situation that Tom Hanks was talking about. Now they work on trying to get that exchange going. And then there was another student that got arrested in Germany during the wall off period, who was just basically in the wrong place at the wrong time. So he works with the German government to try and get that done. It's a wild like pull back and forth of like they're calling over here, and it's like because you don't have internet then, like you had to wait for this phone call. But it's a really good movie.
Yeah, I have to go back and watch that again. It's been so long since I've seen it.
It's been 2 weeks.
Well, it was funny when you were saying about Tom Hanks too, about not the movie Terminal.
Yep.
He did that one as well. But I mean, in fairness though, Tom Hanks seems to get along with almost every director. Like Robert
America's
Zemeckis, he's
sweetheart.
done a lot of movies with. He's done a lot of movies with Ron Howard.
Yeah.
So usually when they work with Tom Hanks, they're like, you know what? We're gonna keep this guy. We seem to make a lot of money every time this guy's in our movie. Might be because he's really good.
And, yeah,
Just
and
don't
he's
ever
not
get
an
on a-
asshole, and he doesn't sexually harass people. Like
Just
this guy's
don't-
amazing.
Just don't ever get on a plane with him.
Yeah,
I saw Sully and I saw
Castaway.
Castaway. Wilson! Name one other inanimate character that you cared about so much.
I know, right?
I saw another one. It was like
Buddy from Donnie Darko. I love that guy.
it was like did you know that the actor that played the volleyball in Castaway was the same one that was the volleyball in Top Gun?
I think he did a great job in both movies.
Yeah, I think he did too. He could take a punch.
He deserves at least to be nominated for an Oscar. You know how funny that would be at the Oscars? Wilson, the volleyball, just got nominated and for Best Supporting Actor. Wilson, the volleyball. That would have been that would have been hilarious. And what would have been even funnier is if it won.
So where would you like us to deliver this?
To the Wilson manufacturing plant. Right next to the
Shelf 23.
right next to the tennis balls and tennis rackets. You know what? He should get a Lifetime Achievement Award. Oscars, you cowards. You give Wilson that Lifetime Achievement Award. You know, I mentioned it as one of my favorite movies, but let's talk about Hook real quick, because that movie just is so good.
Rufio.
Yep. Rufio. So if you've never seen it, it came out in the early 90s, 92, somewhere around there?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. It's a retelling of the Peter Pan, and I believe, Robin, this was the first time Peter Pan was played by a man, because all the other iterations before that was played by a woman, especially during the stage plays. But you know, it starts off the same. Peter Pan comes to visit Wendy, and he falls in love, but he keeps going back to Neverland, and he stays a kid, and then he notices Wendy just keeps getting older and older, so he decides not to go back to Neverland. So he stays in the real world, becomes an accountant, and forgets about Neverland. And then stuff starts happening in Neverland because there's no more Peter Pan to fight Hook.
And his name is Peter Banning.
Yep.
In the human world.
Yep.
In the Earth world here.
So Tinkerbell comes. Who played Tinkerbell?
Julie Roberts.
Julie Roberts,
Yeah.
yeah.
How do you not remember that? Good Lord, she was hot.
What do you mean was?
Still is.
So Tinkerbell comes to remind him, and she basically drags his ass back to Neverland. And the first half of the movie is him like, where the hell am I, and what am I doing? I'm an accountant. I've got 2 kids. I need to get home. And then he sits down to dinner with all of the other children.
Well, no, that's actually why he went. His kids got kidnapped.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hook had his kids kidnapped.
Yeah, and because he was such an absentee dad, the son starts to side with Captain Hook because he teaches him baseball and all that kind of stuff. He has the catch that Robin Williams wouldn't do. Dickhead.
You jackass.
Hey, I had to hit it off Bigfoot's foot.
I like when they're playing and one of the pirates starts running the second. He's like, he's stealing second. Another guy pulls up and shoots him. He's like, what are you doing? Bad form. There's no violence in baseball.
But, one of the greatest scenes of that movie is when he sits down to have dinner with all the other kids, and there's no food here, and then he starts. It clicks that Neverland is based off the power of imagination. So when he realizes this, there's a roast turkey, there's some sort of multicolored paste.
Gandhi ate more than this.
And then they just have an imaginary food fight, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. As a kid, I remember seeing that, and I was like, damn, that's cool. I wish that was real. Like, the power of imagination. And as an adult, I'm like, wow, that would have been real messed up if I had that power as a kid.
I think he realized it, too, because he's arguing with him at the table, and he doesn't pretend, because they're all pretending to throw stuff at each other. And when he gets so mad, he throws something at the one kid, and it actually shows up.
Yep.
And then as he looks down, he sees everything there.
Yep. And
You're
then,
doing it, Peter.
You're doing it.
well, the very next scene is when he remembers how to fly. Because he was, Tinkerbell's dying, effectively. And then, they're having this big conversation, and then he falls off of something, and then he just starts to fly. And then...
Well, he's holding the teddy bear, and that's what he wanted to be a dad, so that's what he starts lifting.
That's his happy thought.
He's like, and then he starts falling. He's like, oh, I lost it.
But then he dons the iconic Peter Pan uniform, and then he goes to fight Captain Hook, and the crocodile that always had the that tick 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 the clock that Captain Hook it stole his hand. And in the cartoon versions or any other version, it's just a normal regular sized crocodile that once ate a clock, so it's the Jaws theme, but for Captain Hook.
Yeah, right.
But in this movie, the thing is like 3 stories tall. Like, how did it only take your hand? That should have taken like all of you. But it was really cool. Like, instead of it having the clock inside it, they turned it into like the town clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So at the very end of the fight, they destroy this structure that's holding up the crocodile, and it just lands like mouth open onto Captain Hook.
Yeah.
Well, I like when they're fighting, and Robin Williams is like, wow, I remember you being a lot taller. He said, yeah, well, to an 11-year-old, I'm huge.
And it was a good cast too. I mean,
Dustin
Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman was a great Hook.
And it was what's his name was Smee.
Oh man,
was it the guy that played Mario? Wasn't it
Dennis Hoffman?
No, not Dennis Hopper. Oh God, I got Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins?
Yes.
I want to say that was him.
Yes. I'm 98% sure.
Bob Hoskins.
Yep.
Smee.
Yeah.
Shmee. What about Shmee?
Well, he also had to get the sword
about
back
me?
too from Rufio.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because
that's right.
his golden sword, that was his, and then Rufio took over.
When he took over the Lost Boys. Like, he became the leader.
Yep.
I've been trying to remember Lost Boys this entire recap, and it finally just clicked.
Not to be confused
I was
with
gonna
the
say,
Amazing Vampire movie,
Yeah.
but
That's also a really good movie, but doesn't involve Spielberg.
also about more immortality.
Yeah.
You're living forever. You stay
True.
young.
But when Peter Pan, or when Robin Williams learns to fly and dons the iconic outfit, Rufio gives it to him. Like, you are back. You are now the leader of the Lost Boys again.
You are the Pan.
You are the Pan.
And then, of course, there's the moment when Rufio gets killed.
Why you gotta bring that up, bro?
I'm just saying. I mean,
I'm just now getting over that therapy.
Yeah. I gotta text my therapist right now.
We can stop talking about mom and dad for a minute.
Yeah.
you're gonna be curled up with your teddy bear tonight. Rufio.
Oh no.
But spoilers for a movie that came out in 1991.
Yeah.
One of the
Sorry.
greatest characters in human history, in
say
cinema
spoiler
history.
alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
One of the greatest characters in cinema history does pass away in this movie.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah. I mean, he does. Well, we don't know if he died.
Yeah,
you just see the
crocodile
alligator.
fall on him.
I mean, he's clearly dead. But Rufio got stabbed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sad. I think I was
just love-
subconsciously just leaving that part out because I didn't remember that. And the moment you said it, was like, oh, yeah, he does die, doesn't he?
Damn it.
Paramecium brain?
Yeah.
What's a paramecium brain? It's a single-celled organism that can't think or fly.
Don't mess with me, man. I'm a lawyer.
I think that's actually when he threw that at him then, and then it hits him.
He also directed that, not everyone has a perfect filmography. He did direct that War of the Worlds movie with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
That, I'm sure everybody involved with that film was doing the best they could with the material given, but the material given was garbage.
I'm sure that was more of a payday thing.
Yeah.
Like Paycheck with Ben Affleck.
But I will say, oddly, Tom Cruise does a good sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
I mean, War of the Worlds aside, Minority Report, good sci-fi movie. Oblivion.
I love Oblivion.
Day After Tomorrow.
Yep.
I think that's what it was. No.
Day After
No,
Tomorrow is the
no.
one
No.
with Dennis Quaid.
Not the day after.
It's the one where he goes back and fights the same war every day.
I know exactly.
With Ryan Krasinski's wife.
Emily Blunt. The hell is that movie called?
Anyway.
Yeah. Moving on.
But I mean, he does. Oblivion was the one that flipped me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect that movie to be that
was
good.
a good. Yeah, that was a good turn on that.
I like that one. Especially towards the end when you start learning about all the, like, what actually happened when the aliens came and what they're actually doing.
Destroying the Earth.
Mm.
They're destroying it.
Destroys it.
I did not see Munich though.
Ooh, that's Eric Bana.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a decent movie.
I don't know.
Well, tell us about it.
It's about Munich. If you don't know about Munich, that's what it's about.
Well, I can point it out on a map. I don't know anything about the movie.
It's about the
Olympics, yeah.
Okay.
terrorist attack.
Yeah.
Oh, the 1980.
There you go. So you know about it. There you
Yeah,
go.
I
There's
passed
the movie.
history class.
All right, so
72, by the way.
70.
that happens, and Eric Bana's in it. That's really the movie.
that happens, and Eric Bana's in it. But that's like it's them trying. It's how they're trying to get them out, right?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I can't remember how much of it focuses on.
Yeah, I
but
don't remember. It's been a while. I've seen it. That one I've probably seen one time.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, even though he was good in that movie, I've really never been a huge Eric Bana fan.
Especially after that Hulk movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for making me.
Hey, you
see
made
that.
me remember Rufio.
No,
Now
he
I
said
have
he was
to
going to
kill
roofie you.
all of you.
Kill all of you.
I just
Oh my
want to point
god,
out
does that suck?
he did do the movie the BFG, which is the Big Friendly Giant. But
Yeah.
anyone who's ever played the video game Doom,
Yes. Big fucking gun.
and that's all it stands for. And it's the last gun you get in the game, and it just destroys.
Oh, it wrecks. Yeah, it wrecks shit.
Yeah. Even like the original, very pixelated original first-person shooter. You got that gun, you just walked
It's
around.
basically a mini nuke.
Yeah. And in the newer games, it's more of it's an energy. It just fucks. The big fucking gun just fucks.
Big fucking gun.
Yeah.
But no,
Oh,
I
now
have
I
not
go home
seen.
and watch the Doom movie.
I know. I have not seen BFG.
Neither have I. Well, mainly because every time I saw it, I was like, "Big fuck, no, you can't.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
take that away from me."
It's just a big friendly giant. No! How dare you?
Yeah, I want to see that big friendly giant pull out a 9mm.
Mr. Steven Spielberg, respectfully, go fuck yourself.
Give that thing a gun that's comparable to his size.
Yes.
Right?
I was looking up this site about some interesting facts about Steven Spielberg, some of which we've already mentioned or if I brought up. This one though here, Spielberg made the highest grossing movie ever 3 times.
Whoa.
Oh, damn.
It says he's directed the highest grossing movie of all time at the worldwide box office on not 1, not 2, but 3 separate occasions. So Jaws more than trebled the existing record and made $470 million in 1975. That's a lot of money in
Yeah.
1975. Then in 1982, E.T. the Extraterrestrials toppled Star Wars from the number 1 spot when it grossed $792 million.
Sorry, George.
And E.T. was overtaken by Jurassic Park and took $914 million worldwide in 1993. So between E.T., Jaws, and Jurassic Park, he's made the highest grossing movie.
That's awesome.
At the time.
That's an
At
accolade.
the time. Yeah, but I mean, you adjust for inflation, $470 million
Yeah.
in 1975.
I mean, it's still big
I don't know
cash.
if you know what year we're in now,
Duh,
but if
50
you made,
years later.
Yeah.
I could do that math.
Well,
Because I know what year I'm in.
adjust for inflation.
Yeah, adjust for inflation. So how do I
Yeah,
add
that's what my-
172?
That's what my waistline says. We're adjusting for inflation.
So this says the collaboration between Spielberg and John Williams is among the most acclaimed in history.
Oh.
Let me read about this here. Spielberg has had many successful collaborations in his career. George Lucas, Harrison Ford, Tom Hanks, and cinematography. Janusz Kaminski. I know I'm going to probably mispronounce that name.
Apologies to
Yes.
Mr. Kaminsky.
But the greatest has to be Spielberg's collaboration with composer John Williams. Williams has composed the scene for 28 or score. I'm sorry. Williams has composed the score for 28 Spielberg movies, won Academy Awards for 3 of them, and been nominated for a further 14 in 6 decades of collaboration. Some of the highlights are Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Indiana Jones, or the Indiana Jones movies, E.T., Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, and Catch Me If You Can. That's a lot of collaboration.
That is.
I mean, when you got a good music guy.
But the only thing you need to remember about John Williams, Duel of the Fates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Like the scene is like, it's like the caption is George goes to John Williams like, John, look, I want you to write something to go over this backdrop of this fight scenes, but I don't need it to overtake the fight scene. He's like, got it. And it cuts to John Williams. He's playing a piano on fire.
And it was with the Darth Maul fight too, right?
Yeah.
And I think he timed it perfectly, like when Darth Maul just fires up the second,
Oh, yeah.
and then it just like he goes ham. I think I've talked about this fact before, but back in the day when the Mortal Kombat video games first came out, he was a huge fan, and he was set to make a guest appearance in the 1996 movie. So if you watch that movie and you watch the first scene with Johnny Cage, he's on the movie set, and he's doing his like stage fighting, and then he's like, "This is when you fall down." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Where do you get these guys?" And then you start talking to the director. He's dressed and he looks just like Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Well, that was because it was supposed to be Steven Spielberg, but he had a conflict and he couldn't make the 20-minute shoot that would take.
Can we at least have somebody look like you?
Yeah, yeah. Are
They
you
got-
fine with us having someone
Get like a rubber Spielberg mask.
Yeah.
So they got somebody with the
No, I
beard,
know, I
glasses,
figured.
and they had like the khaki vest on and everything.
Well, I do like all the cameos. So there was a bunch of cameos at the end of Austin Powers. The last with a gold.
Goldmember? It's the only one I haven't seen. That looks stupid as hell.
And so like
I think the
Tom
rest of them aren't stupid.
I mean,
Tom
this one
Cruise.
looked worse.
Tom Cruise ends up playing he's Austin Powers in the movie. So it's basically supposed to be about the life of Austin Powers, and Spielberg is the director. And he's like, so they you see it like they do like a quick pilot or a trailer of it. And he turns around and looks at Austin and says like, so what'd you think? He's like, it's great, but I had some thoughts. And then it cuts back to Steven, and he's got like all his Emmys and everything sitting around. He's like, what's that now? he's right. Okay.
We got a few minutes left, but a couple final interests when you mentioned Columbo. The
Yeah.
series Columbo. It was actually the pilot episode that he directed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I just know my grandmother loved that show, so whenever I would go over to her house,
It's just
yeah.
one and done.
Yeah. He's like,
Well,
all right.
it's like-
Well, they probably needed something to really make
Right.
it pop.
Yeah.
Like that's like the Ash versus the Evil Dead TV show. The pilot was directed by Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
And that first episode scared the shit out of me.
But see, at least
But after that, when Raimi was gone, I was like, oh, this ain't that bad. This
But
is
see, at
more
least-
Evil Dead 3 than 1.
yeah. Well, with that show though, it's like he created the movies, so for him to come back to that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas like Spielberg really didn't have anything to do with Columbo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you look back at his filmography, this was really early on in his directing career.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. He was probably just trying to get in anywhere he could.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have just said, "Hey, we got this show about a guy who likes to say one more final question before he lets you know that he figured out that you're the bad guy."
Yeah.
It's called Columbo. We got a great actor.
Hear me out.
Yeah. It's about a guy who meets a girl.
This guy.
Yeah, Columbo and Quincy and M.E.
Yeah.
Those were her, and MASH were her 3 favorite shows. So anytime I watch Under a Place, one of those 3 shows was playing.
I watched MASH. MASH was good.
Who didn't watch MASH?
I actually really enjoyed Quincy M.E.
Klinger?
MD.
No, it was M.E. because he
Was
was
it
the
M.E.?
medical examiner.
Oh, he wasn't an examiner, wasn't he?
We're talking about shows from the 70s, so anyone younger than 40.
Yeah, sorry.
Just
I
Google
slipped
it.
my mind here.
Yeah, you're getting up there.
I was more of Trapper John,
Oh, okay.
who was in MASH.
Yep.
And it was a show afterwards. Then, of course, they tried to do the show after MASH.
Then
That did not
Chips.
work out too well.
Oh, yeah. After MASH was terrible.
Yeah.
Instead of Korean War, it was Vietnam.
No, it was basically them like back in
Old
civilian.
statesides.
Yeah, because it was trying to be like Trapper John took off. Like that
really?
show actually lasted a couple seasons or a few seasons, whereas they saw that and they're like, oh, let's do this because I think
Now
Trapper
they're
had
just
left before that.
Now they're just alcoholic doctors in LA.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, they brewed their own.
That's true. Well, they had to in Korea.
Well, you make your own martini distillery.
that was
and I'll be-
Vietnam.
Yeah.
I thought they were in
No, it
Korea.
was Korea.
It was
It was the
Korean.
Korean War.
Yeah, it was a Korean War.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Fee.
I
We're-
got Quincy wrong. You got the war wrong.
I got it wrong.
Packers coming up aces today.
No, I wouldn't go that far. Pump the brakes there.
Would you look at the time? Yeah.
Well, we are running out of time, but real back again. Quick shout out to Goonies. That is a real treasure hunt movie. It's really good. It inspired so many other treasure hunt movies like National Treasure and things like that. If you haven't seen the Goonies, once again, feel bad for you, but please go watch it. It's a masterpiece.
Yes.
They play a skeleton
I mean,
keyboard.
come on, Sean Astin.
And Thanos is in it.
Yeah.
Young
yeah.
Thanos.
Way before he became Thanos.
Yeah. He
What
was
if
just
I was to tell you one day you're going to be Thanos?
Well,
Who?
and also
He
like
probably wouldn't even know.
also Deadpool brings that up in 2. He's like, zip it, One Eye Willie.
Yeah, he was Cable too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
Cable.
right.
Yeah, it's Cable and Deadpool too. So we got to play both two different characters in a.
Yeah, but
Marvel
in
era.
the Goonies, he's just a dickhead who just wants to work out all the time.
He's the older brother. I mean, Brandon.
Yep.
You know, he just wanted to kind of meet up with the redhead and.
I mean, I would have too.
Yeah. I know it's not, but she looks a lot like Molly Ringwald in that movie.
It's not Molly
Oh, I know it's not Molly Ringwald, but I mean, it looks like Molly Ringwald from like 16 Candles or something like that.
Oh,
By
yeah.
the way, when did Bran get braces?
I'm gonna kill him, Mike.
I'm gonna tell you, you keep kissing girls the way you do. Go, girl.
He comes out all stunned and she's like, bathroom's over there, stunned.
Oh yeah, thanks. She's like, how was it? It was weird. It was when did he get braces?
She just starts cracking
Yeah,
up.
she's laughing at
because she
herself.
saw the whole thing.
Hey, you guys!
That's right, old sloths.
Sloth.
Greatest scene in the movie.
Love, chunk.
He wears the Superman shirt and he
Da,
just
da, da.
he swings on the rope on the pirate ship.
Yep.
Sloth is amazing.
Yeah, better Superman.
Yeah.
But yes, we are about out of time. But yeah, again, shout out to all the movies. If we missed any, I know there's definitely some we missed. I know he did The Color Purple in 1985. Great movie. But if there's any we missed, send us an email. Let us know.
And we know about Saving Private Ryan.
Or send us a comment in the YouTube,
Spotify.
or on Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to do. Send us something. Say hello. Just say you're wrong.
Tell us that. Wait, what?
I mean, this is
You
the
missed
internet.
it.
Yeah, you're wrong.
You missed something. But yes, no, let us know, and then we'll be glad to bring it up. We'll be glad to talk about it. We'll keep you updated next week because we are coming close to the end of the 4th year. Very close, and the beginning of the 5th year. So one door closes, another door opens. So we got some new stuff that's going to be coming up. We'll keep you up to date on that. And then we'll talk to you next week. But until then, for Movie Talks and Chill, we're your hosts. I'm Tony Serrato.
I'm Gavin Butts.
I'm Sloth.
All right,
I mean
guys.
Patrick Wall.
All right, guys, take care.